okay if you don't want to.
No. I like feeling cheap and used.
I feel good about this.
So do I.
No. I mean about the baby. Now that we finally have all this stress out of our lives and the timing is right.
I'm trying to. I thought the headphones were on.
Well, they're not.
I figured that out.
What is all that? Why is the music so loud?
Sorry.
Sean scared me to death by blasting the music and I dropped the bowl with the eggs all over the floor. There's broken glass. Sean, try the knob on the right. On the right. No.
What is it?
What's going on here?
Don't worry about that. You and Victoria should go right back up to the bedroom. For God's sake, it's the middle of Victoria's cycle.
This piece, this beautiful piece, was a gift from my late husband. And every time I look at it, it brings back a flood of memories and then followed by a flood of tears. I hate to part with it. It's so beautiful and it's so expensive. But I just don't think I can be in the same room as it anymore.
$50. Take it or leave it.
$50? This thing's worth a couple grand minimum.
With proper proof of ownership, which you don't have, or you wouldn't be here talking to me.
Surprise, surprise, seeing you here.
Hey!
And with Stan the Man Malone, the most established fifth-rate fence.
Fifth rate. Thanks a lot, Barrel.
We were just doing some business, legal business.
So I have to remind you that when you enter this apartment, you're trespassing, and if you sell something from it, it's robbery.
You gonna arrest me again?
Well, they should have a place to stay. How would you like the cell next to Tito's?
It's all right, honey. You don't have to run anymore. I'll take care of you and keep you in my heart.
Mama.
I'm here, baby. I'm right here, honey.
Don't leave it.
Hey. How you feeling?
I was having that same dream about my mother. The one I told you about.
I remember.
And you were in it again. Like you always are. You have my locket. And you have the other one. Where did you get it?
That dream we keep having. You must have always known the truth somehow, deep down inside of you.
The truth about what?
About me. I'm your mother, Remy.
My mother?
Yes.
My mother?
Yes, baby.
Oh, this is crazy. I must be having another one of those dreams. But it feels so real.
It is real, baby. I know it feels weird. But sometimes good things really do happen to people like us.
Where am I?
You're in the hospital.
I don't really remember anything. My head feels so cloudy.
You were in a car accident.
I was?
Yes.
Was I hurt bad?
We were afraid we were going to lose you. But the doctor came in a little while ago and he said that you're going to be just fine.
I don't feel so fine.
I know. Your body's been through a lot. It's hurting right now. But the doctor said in a few days that you'll be back on your feet. You're ready to come home. Remy, I'm so sorry.
About what?
For a million things. For hurting you and I know that...
What? You know what?
I know that now that you know the truth about me, that you won't ever want to see me again.
Hello, Sean. Tyrone. Did y'all miss what Donna was saying about my wife's cycle? You missed what she said about the cycle? Because if you missed that, I can run it in the Herald's headline tomorrow, you know? My wife has a cycle.
Darling, I'm sorry. The music was just so loud.
Yeah, I
Please.
said.
Okay, no, Sean, let me ask you a question. What are you doing here? 7 o'clock in the morning.
7:40.
He needs to talk to Aunt Marley.
Oh, you know why didn't that, Danny? Well, there she is. She's got a handful of grass.
Chives.
Chives, of course. What else would they be? Chives.
If you must know, I asked Marley to go to the herb garden to pick some chives because they make scrambled eggs more festive.
More festive.
Yes, I thought that you and Victoria could have a festive breakfast later.
Oh, so y'all talked about the whole thing, including breakfast later. We discussed breakfast later and the chives. I got you.
Eggs and grass?
No, honey, it's not grass.
Yes.
It's chives. Mommy likes scrambled eggs and chives.
Which is why I asked Marley to make some until your nephew over there, for reasons only known to himself, decided to blast us with that heavy metal garbage.
It happens to be hip hop.
Yeah, it's cool, Nana.
You're too young to be listening to that kind of music.
Right, I'm the bad influence, right? The rest of the family's just so sane.
You know what? I'm gonna go get started on the eggs.
Good idea.
Why would you say that? That I would never want to see you again.
Because if it weren't for me, you wouldn't be in this hospital bed, Remy.
You said it was an accident.
I told you to go with Nick. To watch over Tim. Tito. Tito cut the brake lines in Nick's car. He didn't know you were in it.
Is Nick okay?
Yes, he's fine. Thank God.
Why would Tito want to kill Nick?
Because he knew Nick had the evidence to bust him.
And so he tried to stop him, even if it meant killing him? Well, then it's Tito's fault. It's not yours.
Remy, I let it happen, okay? I let so many things happen to you.
So Tito knew? He knew all along that you were my mother?
He stole your locket. The one I gave you when you were a baby. He told me it was his.
He stole... He stole my...
Yes. He used both of us, Remy.
What about the DNA test?
He took a lock of your hair. That's why it matched.
It was my hair. Joe, he said to Nick that he had some evidence about that mayor guy, Harrison. Did Tito have something to do with him?
Grant wanted to dig up dirt on me. He found out that I had a girl, not a boy. And Tito, he killed Grant to make sure that didn't come out.
He killed a guy?
I saw him do it, Remy. Stupid me, gullible sap that I am. I took the rap for Tito. Because I thought he was trying to protect me, see? And I just thought he was my son.
That wasn't stupid, Juanita. That was brave.
No, it didn't feel brave, Remy. I was scared. I didn't want to go to prison. I can't believe how screwed up everything is. A man is dead because of me.
But you didn't kill Grant. Tito did it. How is that your fault?
Because none of this would have happened if I hadn't done what I did. Remy, I took money in exchange for a baby. My baby. You.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but I keep making stupid mistakes. Joe and Nick, even Rachel, they all tried to warn me about Tito, but I just wanted to believe in him so much. I let him convince me he was my son, even though I always thought that I had a girl.
Elena, Tito, he really used you.
I let him. And I put you through hell. My own daughter. Remy, I'm sorry. I took your life away. I robbed you of a family. And I wanted you to hear the truth from me. I felt I owed you at least that. And now that you know, if you want me to walk out of your life, I will. And I'll understand. It's up to you.
Who could conceive a thought in this madhouse, let alone Anyway, we should go.
No, wait a minute, Marley, you can't go anywhere.
I just said you...
Hey, would you just let me say what I came here to say?
That's... Oh.
Thank you. Now, look, I just heard from the social services. They're sending someone over today to check out your environment.
Could they have picked a worse day?
We can get this place together. I will supervise.
No, that's just what Jake and Victoria need, is social services showing up here. I should just leave before I drive them both to Willowdale.
No, absolutely not. You are always welcome here.
And I appreciate that more than I can tell you, but there are just way too many people living in this house.
No. Sean, I'm sure Sean could find a nice room somewhere where there are no noise restrictions.
I'll be happy to go. I always said I didn't want to be a problem.
And you're not any trouble, but me, I'm an adult. I grew up in this town. I'm sure I can find another place.
Wait a minute, Marley. You think I want you living here in this circus? No.
What?
But the only other arrangement that is acceptable to the court is for you to go back to Willowdale. And that is not acceptable to me.
No, and that is not acceptable to me either. You're staying here in this house where you belong.
Well, ask Jake how he feels about that.
When I moved back in here, you living here was part of that.
But you didn't expect it to be forever.
No, but if going back to Willowdale is your only option...
No, it's all right. Tyrone, isn't there anything else we can do?
Not unless the DA drops the charges, and I don't see that happening. Or if Cindy Harrison agrees not to testify against you. In the mood she's in, there's not a chance in hell that's going to happen.
Come on, Kathy, you were my supervisor. You know my work.
Oh, yeah, I sure do. I was a good nurse. I can be again if you just give me my job back. Since your suspension, you've been a mental case. How many times have you been in jail? Oh, you're a real rock now, I'm sure.
I thought nurses were supposed to show compassion.
I hear there's an opening in the cafeteria.
Okay, well, fine. Fine. Who wants to be a nurse anyway?
It was weird. When I woke up and I saw you sitting here, I remembered something. I was lying here and I was feeling so weak. I was just about ready to give up. And then I heard someone singing. And I knew that it was my mother. It was you, wasn't it?
I didn't know what else to do.
You knew what to do. Because you're my mom.
I always wanted to do that. To see you to sleep. Since the day
What's wrong?
I can't tell you how sorry I am. for what I did to you. I just...
What about what you did for me?
What?
You gave me a job. No, you trusted me. You gave me a life, not because you were my mother, not because you had to, but because you wanted to.
So you understand what I did for Tito? What I let him get away with?
What you did for Tito. Practically giving up your life for him. I've never seen anybody do anything like that for anyone without expecting something in return.
I would do anything for you. Anything.
Right now, I could just really use that.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
What about Cindy Harrison?
And you caught her?
Oh, yes. I would be delighted to give Victoria the message. Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, that's great. Now we're all dressed. Everybody's gone now, right?
Who was on the phone?
Tony Burrell,
What'd she want?
you're not going to believe this.
While I'm living here, it would probably be a good idea for you to call before you come over, because that way Jake wouldn't be so
Listen,
upset.
Marley, listen to me. I don't care what Jake thinks. All right? I only care about you.
I know. I know. I just wish my family didn't make you so crazy.
Well, your family, you know, listen, there are a million other places I'd rather you lived in here, but come on, let's face it. Willowdale is saner than this place.
Well, that's true. I can't leave. Donna has sublet her apartment. She doesn't have anywhere to go. Sean shows up out of nowhere. Jake's right. This place makes Willowdale look serene. But I'm a part of it, and it's a part of me, and to tell you the truth, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, well, that's because you're used to it.
No, that's not exactly right. The house I grew up in, it was just the opposite. Everything had to be in its place. Not even a picture could be crooked. No one ever raised their voice. No one ever made a scene, and no one was ever happy.
It sounds like a sad place to be a kid.
It was. But I would escape by dreaming of a great big house with lots of kids and lots of noise and lots of happiness. That's all I ever wanted.
Hey, listen to me. We can have all that. We'll find the biggest, messiest house this side of Lake Michigan and have all the kids we can handle. And then we'll have 3 more. All right?
Yeah, you're the crazy one. A brilliant, big shot, hunky lawyer. You can have any woman in the world you want, and you think you want to spend your life in a big old drafty house with lots of kids and a crazy lady?
I don't know anything about any crazy lady, but I'll tell you one thing. I do know that I want to spend the rest of my life with you. In that big, noisy house with all of those kids.
You know, I can't have kids.
You think that's going to stop us? When you, of all people, should know that this world is full of kids who live in a big, noisy house. And 2 parents who want to love them to pieces.
You're not being fair.
What do you mean?
You're almost making me believe that dreams can come true, and I know from experience that they never do.
They do. They really do. And they will.
How? How could we have a house of our own if I can't even leave this one?
Gotta go. Where are you going?
Blow the house up while we're gone.
Just going to finally make this family happy once and for all.
What are you gonna do?
Whatever it takes.
You got about 3 seconds to tell me what you're doing here.
Okay, Joe, before you beat me up, is that kid in there really Paulina's daughter?
Yeah, what about it?
Would you tell Paulina that I'm happy?
Oh, Cindy, please, will you knock off the waterworks?
I'm just glad
You don't have any feelings.
I am just glad to see someone who deserves a happy ending get one.
Yeah, well, you know what Paulina deserves? She deserves a life without leeches like you and Tito.
You love judging people, don't you, Joe? Making sure they can stand up to Joe Carlino's white glove test. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you some advice. Whatever that kid turns out to be in there, don't be a jerk to her. Keep your opinions to yourself. And you thank God every day that you've got a wife like Paulina and a family. A real family.
Somebody wants you, Cindy. God knows why.
Yeah, hello. What? Where? Wait, where? Who is?
Hey, Remy. Well, don't you look so much better, huh?
Paulina here told me that I almost died. I'm feeling pretty good.
So I take it you broke the good news? Listen, I really hate to break up the reunion here. I'm sorry, Remy, but Paulina, I need you down at the station.
Now?
Yeah, you want to transfer Tito to this holding facility downstate.
Why?
The lawyer requested it. Okay, but we need your signature on his papers before we can move him.
Look, I'll stay here. I'll be here till you get back, okay?
I'll be fine.
I'll make here with you. I'm sure you will be. I'll be back as soon as I can, okay, baby?
Goodbye. Mom.
Well, I told you to find your mom.
Yeah, you did. But this feels like a dream.
No, it's not. You were here, and you were alive. And for a while there, we didn't know if that was going to be true or not, you know?
Nick, what Joe said about Tito, does that mean they're taking him out of Bay City for good?
Well, his lawyer doesn't want him to stand trial here. He doesn't think he'll get a fair trial. He's probably right.
I need you to do me a favor.
You know I'll do anything for you.
I need you to help me see Tito before he leaves.
Okay, this is the place. Probably a crank call.
You. Well, we would like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with us.
Oh, and let me guess. Don't tell me, let me guess. Your good friend Tony Burrell told you that she caught me trying to sell one measly piece of sculpture today, and since you have nothing lives, you thought you'd lure me down here to torture me. Am I about close?
Pretty much, yeah.
Look, you broke into Kirkland's apartment, and you stole some of Kirkland's property, and we're thinking about pressing charges.
Really? Okay. Well, you know what? Go ahead. Press charges. In fact, why don't you lock me up in the stockades in the middle of town? In fact, no. Let's cut to the chase, and why don't you just burn me at the stake?
That worked for me.
Because whatever you do, you cannot make things any worse than they are right now. I have no money. I have no job. I have no friends. I have no life. And everywhere I go today, somebody comes up from behind me and makes my day even worse.
Well, I'm thinking that's because the people who know you hate you, and they want to hurt you for the way you hurt them.
Well, you know, when Joe and Tony did it, at least it wasn't premeditated. Now you two, you lure me down here for some bogus business deal?
Oh, no. I'm sorry, this is not bogus, Cindy.
No, as a matter of fact, Vicky and I, we have a proposition for you.
Oh, okay, so why would I ever want to do business with you?
Just, from the looks of things, I would think that you're running out of options.
Before I do anything, I think there's something you should know.
I think Paulina pretty much told me everything.
Well, there's no way she could have told you this. Remy, I love you.
Yeah.
When I saw you laying in this bed, the doctor said that we might lose you. I really thought I was going to die myself. And then when I heard about what Tito had done, the way he used you, and he hurt you, I wanted to kill him with my bare hands. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I know you hung on to that guy for a long time because he was all you had. But you don't need him anymore. You have Paulina, and you have me.
Like, you don't have to say that.
Why? I meant every word of it.
I mean, you don't have to say it. Because I already know how much you love me.
You do?
Yeah. I can tell by the way you look at me. Like, I am the only person in the room. The only person in the world. And by the way, I feel so safe when I'm with you. And because now there's a reason for the sun to come up every morning.
Why do you need to see Tito?
Because, like, after all that Tito and I have been through, I need to say goodbye to him. And after all that we've been through, me and you, I know that you'll understand.
Why don't you look this over? Make sure it's accurate. What is it? It's a transcript of your statement to the DA. I need you to sign it before we can take Vanacek here to the holding cell.
Go ahead, sign it. And forget about me. You're the world's most amazing person. I'm nothing. I didn't just scam you. I played with your mind, your heart. Lord knows you have the biggest heart of anyone I ever knew. Let's go ahead and sign it. Never think of me again.
I will sign it. But I'll never stop thinking about you.
Why? I'm nothing. I'm less than nothing.
You just don't get it. Just because you grew up without love doesn't mean you don't deserve it. You could have had the one thing you really wanted, Tito. To be loved. But you threw that chance away.
Why do you always have to be such a saint? I mean, just say it. If you hate me, say it.
I hate what you did. To me. And especially to Remy. But I will always feel sorry for the little boy you were. From the man you could have become. Here.
Let's get him out of here.
Oh, good, I'm not too late.
For what?
You can't take him away yet.
Why not?
Remy, she needs to see him.
What we have here is a little something I like to call tit for tat. Now, I will let you stay here in Grant's suite, which is really Kirkland's, since Grant left it to Kirkland along with everything else, if you agree not to testify against Marley Sign.
Okay, no, wait a minute. I am keeping Marley out of jail for life. I think I deserve a little more than an apartment.
Well, you get the apartment, period. The rest goes to my son.
Why?
Well, because that's the way Grant wanted it, and because it's all my son has left to remember a father he loved very much.
Of course, yes. Leave it to you to use sentiment to justify raking in millions of bucks.
All right, sign it, don't sign it, I don't really care. I'll just call Tony Burrell and press charges for the little stunt you were going to pull earlier.
Did you check like 277 on your local cable affiliate? Because I believe the forecast for the next 3 days is like rain, rain, rain. Cold.
Fine. You win. You don't play fair, but you win.
Well, you know, Cindy, we can't all hold ourselves by the same moral standards that you held yourself up by now, can we?
Thank you.
Oh, no, excuse me. This is now my apartment, my phone. I want you out of here.
She's dialing. Excuse me. Load out your ear.
Hello?
Marley. Hi, it's me. I have good news. I'm with Cindy Harrison.
They said that you were in pretty bad shape. I'm glad to see you're doing okay.
No thanks to you.
Yeah. Well, I was psyched when they said you wanted to see me. I hated the idea of skipping town without saying goodbye.
But you did.
Peaches, you don't understand.
Please, don't ever call me that again. And no, I don't understand. I mean, I always knew that you weren't perfect.
Finally figured that out, huh?
But I never knew that you had it in you to kill someone.
It was slime.
He had a kid who loved him. And speaking of kids, let's talk about Dante.
Wait a second. I never did anything to him.
You were gonna let his mother go to jail for something that you did. How could you do that after you said losing your mom was the worst thing that ever happened to you?
So that's why you wanted me to come by? To get lay into me? That's fine. Look, for whatever it's worth, I never planned on leaving you behind. I was gonna come back and take you with
sure
me.
You were, Tito.
I was. And we could have had that life that we always talked about.
I guess I was wrong. Because you didn't know me as well as I thought you did. Because if you still can't figure out that finding people like Paulina and Nick and Joe, a family and a place to call home, that is what I have always wanted.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm thick-headed. See, I always thought that home was wherever we were, together.
I could never turn my back on you all the way. But I can't help you now, because you were so lost. And I found a home.
All right. Time to go.
Can I get you anything?
Could you ask my mother to come in here? My mother.
I can't believe it.
Believe it. I just spoke with the DA's office. The trial judge is in jail and the state's witnesses won't testify. Marley, it's over.
I can move back into my great big old empty house and I can start filling it up with music and noise.
And love?
If I'm lucky.
If one dream can come true, then why can't the
I think you're the one who needs to go to Willowdale.
other? Oh, really? And why is that?
Because No sane man would have anything to do with that house full of adopted children and ex-mental patient.
Maybe these so-called sane men can recognize happiness only when it's staring them in the face.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
Do you love me because you get me and cheese flips?
No, I love you because, I can spend all day with people I like, and my nights alone with I love.
You want to know something? If everything works out, we won't be spending our nights alone. We'll be having a standing appointment. A precious little person. To me.
Things just keep getting better and better, don't they?
You can forget about it now.
I can. But I won't.
Hey, go ahead in. Your daughter needs you.
Hey, baby. I know that wasn't easy. Saying goodbye never is. The things Tito did, they were terrible. I mean, he killed somebody. And I can't bring myself to hate him. And maybe I never will. Is that crazy or what? It's a little crazy. But it sounds like someone else we know. Like mother, like daughter, huh? Yeah.
Stay tuned for scenes from tomorrow's show. He wants me to buy out his shares of Brava with interest. I don't care what I have to do. I'm not going to lose Brava.
He ruined everything for her and me. Just looking for a reason to rip him apart.
Is Cass there? This is important. Why don't you just leave Cass alone? Or I will make you sorry that you ever showed your face in this town.
Will you marry me?